Hey, what's going on? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are good. It's beautiful outside. Oh my gosh. Well, in Jersey, it's beautiful at least. So, listen, I wanted to talk to you guys about something real quick because I had a conversation with somebody. And let me just say this. There's a big difference between being a helpmeet and a help mess. If you are in a relationship, or basically if you're married, and your spouse is in need of you to pick up some slack, there's nothing wrong with stepping up to the plate to make sure that you and your household is taken care of if they are not able to go ahead and do what needs to be done based on certain circumstances. Listen, the point of being a helpmeet is being able to meet the help. If somebody is in need of help, and this is somebody that you with and you love them, what's wrong with saying, baby, I got you? Here we go. I'm about to really open myself up to something. I get a lot of heat from women regarding my views on relationships. And that's fine. I'm not tripping off of that, you guys. It is what it is. I can't expect everybody to agree with me on everything. But the one thing I do know very well is I know love. And I know what love does to make sure that love is nurtured, love is protected and cared for. And I'm good at doing that. And I got proof. But at the end of the day, when I was married, and most of y'all know this, but those who don't know me and that'll probably see this video and so forth, my husband has passed away in 2009. It's been 5 years. And when I was married, my husband lost his job. In the midst of losing his job, his father had dementia and was kind of transitioning over to Alzheimer's. Now, here's the thing. We were just married for not even 2 years before all of this happened. The transition started a year and a half, and he was really going after the second year. So when he lost his job, he said, how am I going to take care of you, take care of daddy, and he's 2.5 hours away? I said, stop, just cut it out. It's not that serious. You do what you got to do to take care of your father. I'll get a part-time job. Don't work. There's nothing wrong with that. I said, what goes on in this household stays in this house. So you do what you have to do to make sure that your father lives. I'll go ahead and make sure that everything else is taken care of. Let me tell you this. First of all, you don't know what goes on in somebody's house and why people do the things that they do. And you can't tell everybody everything. Because one thing that people will do is tell you, oh, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't do this. But when they get in that situation, it's a whole different ballgame. One thing I'm not going to do is tell somebody to do something that I wouldn't do myself. When I tell you I went and had a part-time job, my husband did not work. I'm glad he didn't. He did what he had to do to take care of his father the best way that he could until both of them passed. And when I tell you I have no regrets as a wife, let me tell you something, ladies. The one thing you don't want to have in a relationship or even in a marriage is regrets. If you don't have a good communication because you let too many people into your house, you can best believe that your marriage or relationship will not last. Your relationship is what you make of it between the two of you. As long as you two have some great communication and some boundaries as to who's permitted to say what and who's permitted to say yay or nay in regards to the outsiders, guess what? Everything else is irrelevant. You don't need people to know what's going on in your house. And I guarantee you, your house will be successful if you do not let people in it. Unless abuse is happening. If you're dealing with an abusive situation, I'm all for running your mouth like a running water faucet. But for the most part, I want to encourage somebody today to let you know that regardless how bad it is, it's really not that bad. And the point of being a helpmeet is being able to step up and meet the help if you are able to, without any kind of reason to feel angry or argue or looking for reasons to be mad. This is somebody that you love. I think a lot of times with relationships, we've gotten away from the foundational fact that love is what sustains a relationship. It's not the only thing, but it's a big factor. Love will have you do things that you don't normally do. Love will have you think in a different process of, what do I need to do to make sure my baby is taken care of? Let me tell you something. When I do get remarried, because I'm going to get remarried one day, and when I do get remarried, my husband's going to be just fine. If something like this was to ever happen again, or if my husband needs me and he needs to say, babe, you know what? There's an emergency situation. We need to up and leave. I'm going to be like, okay, when? You know, what else do I need to do? What do you need me to do? We can plan. Or if it's that serious, I trust God. I promise you guys have no idea. My faith level is so sick that I will up and bounce in a heartbeat and believe that God will make a way. So I want to just encourage you. If you're in a relationship, it might not be as bad as it seems. Do what you can to try to say, you know what? I got you. As Method Man said, rub my back and say, baby, it'll be okay. Just say it will be okay. And you do what you can to work it out, because that's what love does.